Oh man, so what is going on, people? This is video number 3 for today. Yes, video number 3 for today. So that's why you're gonna see me in this same 311 shirt in 2 previous videos. I remember going to this show. It was here at the Virginia Beach Amphitheater, which is now called like the Veterans Home Loan something or other. It's a terrible name, terrible name. But I'm out there and I was sitting around and there weren't a whole lot of seats sold, so I just walked to an area that was pretty decent and I sat down because it's like this huge open space, right? And then I see this guy from work that I happen to know. He's like walking my way. I'm like, oh hey, it's old James, and he gets closer and he's like, hey, what's going on? Because it seemed like he was coming by to say hey because he saw me, and he gets closer and he's like, hey, this is actually my seat. Like, there's this whole, all the rows in front of me, like, 10 rows in front of me, 10 rows behind me. I'm like the only person in here next to this chick that's sitting next to me. And out of all that, having to sit like right in his specific seat, which was, he showed me the ticket and I was like, oh wow, it really is. That's kind of a weird little coincidence. But yeah, so that's the thing that happened. Obviously, it's something that happened a long time ago because it's been a while since I lived in Virginia. But I just thought about it when I started talking about this shirt. It's this. I'm not sure what's in this. These last 2 boxes, wasn't sure what was in them. So that's why there wasn't a whole lot of talking about the shoe before I opened the box. But now that I open it, this right here, you guys know what that is? I'm sure a lot of you do because it's not a new box. I've had it for a while now, but I just now got around to doing the unboxings and such. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up and see what's going on in here, because these, when they first said that, hey, this might come out in early 2020, I saw them on like Sneaker News or something like that, and I thought to myself, well, that sounds like one of those Air Max Day releases, and if it's an Air Max Day release, that means everybody's gonna want it, and I'm not gonna get it, right? Not to be pessimistic, but sometimes you gotta just look at the reality of the situation. Oh, I got some of these heel things or whatever. Art support things. That's what that is. But yeah, so I'm thinking like, I'm probably not gonna get these, but I wouldn't mind having them. And here we are, I got them. Now, the release of these was just a little odd because the previous week they had the women's pair come out, but if you went to the site, it said woman's size / men's size, so it was like a unisex thing. And then you fast forward to the next week when the men's release comes out, and it's like men's size / W size. I'm like, so were these both the same? Like, was there anything different? I don't know. I just have no idea, but I'm curious. If you happen to know, let me know. Let everybody know. All right, and then I'll pin it so that way everybody can like just see it as soon as they get here. So that being that, let's go ahead and get on into the actual talking about the shoe, because I've been waiting since like October or something to see these things. Every now and then I get like more excited, if you will, about a pair of shoes. Man, this thin box that they put these in makes it a little difficult to get these out of here. But it's fine, it's fine. I do like the box style though. I mean, it's kind of cool, At first I was like, are these slides or something? They're not. What does that say? Nike shoes are manufactured to the exact specifications of champion athletes throughout the world. That's what it says on the inside here. Look at that. And for those of you that want to see the side of the box, there's that. Very different tag style than I'm used to. But and on the side, you see men's size, women's size. So maybe the women's box was a little different. But anyway, so these right here, man, these are looking pretty nice. But first, I got to make sure they look right as far as the left one and the right one, no blemishes and such. Not bad, not bad. Wait, no, that's just the lighting, I think. So I'm gonna say 3 for 3 today on shoes looking like they're supposed to look. Yeah, these are nice. I'm kind of glad they're like the last box I opened for today in a certain way. So now that has happened, all right, I guess that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's review time on this right here, the Nike Air Max 90 OG in this Volt colorway. So the thing about these is that they made them more in the older style of the Volts, Actually, there's something on it. It looks like some glue stains or glue, but it looks like it's coming off if I scratch at it. Not a huge deal. Can you see that? There you go. See that? It's like from a distance you don't really see it until you know that it's there. But yeah, now that I see it, I can't unsee it. But it'll come off, it looks like. So moving past that on to the rest of the review here. Yeah. So these were made in the similar style that the original Air Max 90s were in as far as like the shape goes. So that's why they look just a little different. I don't really know a whole lot about the history of the Air Max 90 because personally I'm not even like a huge fan of it. When the right color comes along, fine. I mean, because it is an Air Max and it's not a bad look. It's just when you have the ones and the pluses and the 2009s, there are a lot of other options that I would take personally before this one. But that's not to say you can't go wrong, though, because you can't go wrong. So let's go ahead and talk about this, shall we? Down here on the outsole, right? This is the same style that I saw on the slides that I got. If you haven't seen that video, there's going to be a link. So this is very much the same thing design-wise as I saw on the slides with that little squiggly and like the green and the black. I think the colors may have been just a little different, but still the overall aesthetic was the same. Moving past that onto the midsole here, typical white front, nothing crazy about that. Typical shark fin bolt style thing going on there with some nice very clear bubble, which is a good thing. I've had to send a pair of shoes back for that. Didn't like it, but it had to happen. And past that, moving up, you got this part, the leather black style that comes all the way around, leaving just a little bit of a hole on here for green where it says Air Max. There it is, if you can kind of see that. It says that on both sides. And then over here, just above that, this part right here, like, I don't know if you can really tell from like looking at that, but this is some super soft suede style feeling thing going on here. Goes all the way up here. It kind of skips over the swoosh itself. The swoosh looks like it's a different type of suede, but as you can see there, see how like there's a slight difference in materials. Same on both sides. So past that though, this is all the same style of material, same style of color, just the swoosh is a slightly darker gray. And then above that, the rest of this, you got the mesh style that is on mostly all Air Maxes, you know, on the toe, and then up here on the sides. Coming around back, you've got the Nike Air with the green and the black, matching the rest, kind of just propping out that color just a little bit more. There is a lot of this bolt popping up over here, right? So that's going on. And then on the front, you've got the bolt, or the Nike there, Air Max, nice big flat laces, and a very, very plush feeling tongue. Okay, we'll give you a nice little up close of that. Yeah, I really like the way that material looks. It's very nice, very nice. Feels very nice too. And then you may have seen it before, but there is the Nike Air hang tag thing. So there you go. You can see through that. That's why let's make sure that looked right. Yeah, so then you got the Nike Air thing there. Nike Air on the inside as well. So there's that for you. And now, given that these are just a little different from the others as far as like the look goes, like the shape goes, I'm going to put these on first before I really talk about how they fit, because I want to make sure I give you guys some accurate information. One thing that I just happen to see in here as I'm taking that out, hopefully you can see it too, down there you've got some holes in the front of the insole there. See that? Got some holes down in there. So that's for some reason, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what, but I've never noticed that. I'm not going to say it's never happened before, but I've never noticed it, right? Though, to be fair, I only pay so much attention to some things. So now, let's get those videos in here for the on-foot portion, shall we? And now, also to talk about the actual sizing of these and how they fit. So I'm content with these. I like how they fit. I think that it's a very comfortable fit. I might adjust the laces just a little bit because it feels like it's pressing down on the foot a little bit more than I would like it to. But the actual shape style here still feels like an Air Max would feel. So if whatever size you buy, go ahead and buy that. I'm going to say that it's a true to size fit like all other Air Maxes. So if you have any Air Max 1s or pluses or zeros or 90s, go ahead, get these in that size. I feel like these are still out there to be bought, so you shouldn't have a problem getting them. They were very much a general release, and since they did two, I feel like everybody who really wanted them bought them like that first wave, and then the second wave was people who were like, all right, let's do it. People like me. So yeah, overall, good sizing. The comfort, the feel of these things feels really good. Like the upper here, I don't know what's going on with this thing, but it feels like immaculate. So I'm not trying to oversell it, but I want you to know that these feel really good. So if you're looking for something, you know, nice, good looking Air Max, go with these. I'm thinking about going back and doubling up on a pair of the purple ones for myself and for my mother. You know, I usually buy us new shoes when we go out to things, and WrestleMania weekend is coming up, so there you go. But yeah, past that, I don't have a whole lot else to say about the shoe itself. Super comfortable though, super comfortable. Most comfortable thing out there? No, obviously not, because it's still based on somewhat older technology, but it is still an Air Max, and Air Maxes have a certain level of comfort pretty much all the time. So there you go. All right, and that concludes the second portion of the video. So past that, I don't have much else to say, so I am going to go ahead and wrap this up and let this video be just a little bit shorter than the last two were, which were somewhat long because I rambled quite a bit. But again, there's timestamps, so if you don't want it, you don't need it. You just click on past it. All right, so that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I now have to actually shoot the on-foot portions for 3 different shoes and then do a little bit of editing, right? Because even when I talk about it, doesn't necessarily mean I'm doing it. It's part of that whole movie magic. All right, seriously though, thanks people. Have a nice rest of your day, rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I will be back eventually in a different shirt because I'm done for today.